Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In the previous video, we have seen about 3 ways of how to live a meaningful life. And today's video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of living meaningful life. It is very easy to say that I want to live a meaningful life, but the question is, what finds you or drives you actually to go further, find your purpose, and find the meaning that you are looking at? It is the purpose behind the purpose. It is the why behind the why. It is the meaning behind the meaning that you are looking at. Everyone wants to live a meaningful life. Some people don't know why, some people don't know how, some people don't know when. To answer all these questions, we have to be clear about, do we really want to go on that track or not? I personally feel everyone should make an attempt on a regular basis in their life to find out their meaning and purpose to live a meaningful life. But I've come across 3 things, like these are the 3 benefits that are on the core very strong, that will help you understand that if you decide to live a meaningful life, if you decide to take efforts to identify the meaning of your meaningful life, then you will be able to realize that how beautiful the world can be for you. So ladies and gentlemen, in today's video we're going to discuss the 3 benefits of living a meaningful life. Number 1 is productivity, satisfaction. Number 2 is energy and vitality. And number 3 is resilience. Let's see one by one. Number 1, productivity and satisfaction. Productivity a lot of time is defined as, output divided by input. And it is less, should be less than 1. It can't be 1 because there are always errors in a scientific language. But what it means to say is the efforts that you are putting into the process, what kind of yield you are generating. It can be as simple as the efforts you are putting in against your salary. It can be the efforts you are putting in for studies and the kind of results that you are getting at. It's all about understanding the productivity. To define the productivity and satisfaction hand in hand, it is a level of productivity that you put in that engages and give you a lot of satisfaction and fulfillment towards end of the particular task that you're looking at or you're working upon. To ensure the high productivity on a consistent basis, that is to put in amount of efforts on a consistent basis, is very important to understand the motivation factors and the driving factors behind it. The driving factors can actually drive you on a consistently basis for a long year only if the task you are doing is giving you the satisfaction apart from just the external motivation that you have, maybe in terms of salary or rewards and recognition. Let's take an example of a student. Let's say you are a student and you have to finish off 3 chapters. What is your mindset behind those chapters? Are you studying those to understand the information, convert it into a knowledge, satisfy yourself, use it for yourself, and then use it for the companies and show results for the ultimate satisfaction? Or you are doing it for the results and marks, or probably to write just the 5 marks or a 10 mark short notes that you are looking at? Why are you studying? So your productivity can be converted into productivity or an efficiency satisfaction only when the task that you are doing, the actually input that you are putting in, you start loving that. The input that you are putting in starts having a meaning. The input that you are putting in has a lot of engagement in the process. If this is done, the satisfaction will come to the highest level irrespective of the results. And this productivity with satisfaction is one of the most important things why you should look forward for the meaningful life. Number 2 is energy and vitality. Vitality, nothing but a state where you are full of energy. You can be only with full of energy and passion and excitement when you know that the activity that you are going is going to add a lot of value. You are important and your activities are important. As a leader, it is very important for you to give this belief and pass it on this energy and vitality to your subordinates. Nobody likes to be just a gear in the system. Everyone likes to understand what contribution that gear is making in that entire engine. And if you as a successful leader can help people understand that even though you are as small as a screw or a nut or a bolt and may not be a big gear, but the importance of that is very high. Without you, the system cannot function. If you also realize the fact that however small or a big gear you are in the ecosystem that you are operating, without you things cannot function, your confidence, your energy will go to the next level. This is where you start feeling that you are important in the gears, you are important in the ecosystem that you are operating in. Nobody likes to be at a stage where they are redundant. Nobody likes to be at a stage where they're not counted for. Nobody wanted to be at a stage where their value has no contribution in where they are operating. The second most ingredient is energy and vitality that will only get in if you decide that the task that you are doing, or if you get to know that the task you are doing, the kind of higher value that it is going to add at an organizational level or at a higher value it's going to add to your life. Let me give you an example. Let's take two examples. In a corporate scenario, there is thing called data entry. Now, if you technically see data entry as a job, it's a very boring, monotonous job, and the possibility of occurrence of the error over the period of time goes high. Now, yes, but the task is important because there are other elements that are associated to it. It's like just the first step, but the next 20 steps are different. Now, the person who is doing data entry, as a leader, you have choice. Choice number one is tell him, boss, this is your job, we are paying it for you, please get it done. Yes, it's true, there's nothing wrong in it. Or you help him understand that this data entry, if done accurately, what is the next step that where this data is going to get into, how the analysts are going to analyze this and present it to the client, and what impact it's going to have on the company if the client is happy. Now once you know that he's part of a brilliant value chain that is going to create value for the company and for himself, this is where the person is interested in. And this is where he will do a normal data entry job also with a lot of passion, conviction and accuracy. This is energy and vitality, or pass on of the energy and vitality. Let's take example of a student who is studying in any class, right? A lot of time you must have also observed that they put the difficult topics aside. The topics that they are not able to understand by reading first or second go, they will just keep it aside. Now, what happens in this process? Technically, nothing. Because you probably keep a 10-20 portion aside from your syllabus. 80%, it's a good enough for you to score good and sort of cover up your marks and stuff like that. But really understand, tomorrow when you go ahead as a professional, what if your profile significantly talks about those 20% that you have left for option? This is where the understanding comes into picture of why you are studying what you are studying. To give you my example, today I am a passionate reader about Shivaji Maharaj, Maharana Pratap, Prithviraj Chauhan. I love these people. These are legends and I admire them the most. And I love reading about how in the history these guys have performed, fought with Mughals or British or whoever and got our country free, got their nation free, got their kingdom free and so on. This is so marvelous to listen to or understand their strategies, what they have performed. But in the school time, the kind of history that is taught to us, the topics are similar, ladies and gentlemen, the topics are similar, but it has been forcefully put on us so that we should able to write good answers in the exam and score well in the history. In my school days, there were times that I have failed in a subject like history. You know why? Because I used to forget the chronology of the events. I used to forget, some names here and there. Why? It's because it's a transactional approaches which teachers have led in today's time. Now, I don't want to blame anyone, but when I became the trainer, the first thing I did is the first 15 minutes of my 2-hour talk is all about making people understand why you should attend this lecture. What is in it, this lecture, that's going to benefit you? And if you feel that after listening to me for this 15 minutes and I'm not able to sell this session to you properly, please go out of the class. Until date, I have not seen anyone walking out of the class. The art that I have grabbed And the mistakes that I've made and learned from this make people understand the importance, the time that they're going to invest in you. I have never taken my students lightly. I will never take them lightly because their time is very precious and I have to respect that. Just because I'm standing on the stage as an authority, it doesn't give me any extra privilege to suck the time out from your life. 2 hours into 200 students is huge. Preparation gives you that. This is the transfer of energy and vitality that can add a lot of meaning to your life. Number 3 is resilience. Challenges, difficulties are part of life. In fact, that's the fun of life. It's all about those roller coaster rides that you have in life that will make you grow. You must have heard a lot of motivational quotes where they talk about simple roads don't make great drivers, right? But how do we implement that is by building the resilience. Now, what is resilience? It is the force, it is the art, or it is a science that you have in yourself when you are having a tough time with an approach that you're going to pull up life in the coming time. This is about building resilience. A sportsman goes through an injury, returns back, show a massive performance. Why? Building resilience. This is what we need to learn. How do we tackle ourselves? How do we keep ourselves? How do we protect ourselves in the tough times? Because tough times are bound to come in your life at every stage of life. It's when the roller coaster, the train is going down. But what are we more excited for? We are more excited for that journey when it is going down, and more importantly, we are excited because we know that we are going to pull it off again in a couple of minutes to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the same philosophy and analogy in the life as well. Building resilience is having faith on yourself that you will be able to survive in this particular situation. This setback will be a setup for a comeback for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the third most important thing that you will enjoy in this process or as part of the benefiting meaningful life is a building solid resilience for yourself and building a solid resilience for your team and your subordinate, because that will ensure the team and you are mentally capable, emotionally capable, and intellectually capable to solve all the challenges that come across in your life, and that gives meaningful purpose for the task that we are doing. The 3 things that will give you massive benefits of living a meaningful life: productivity and satisfaction, energy and vitality, and building resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me know in the comment box which one you like the most, or in any area if you're facing the challenge, we can chat and I would like to add some value, be a catalyst to help you live a meaningful life. This is Pathamesh Veling signing off until we meet in the next video.